And now we're going to talk about the Cut Geometry tool off of our Geometry panel on our Modify tab. So we have Cut or Uncut. So Uncut basically just removes the cutting relationship. And Cut Geometry is a very interesting tool because you can use it between walls and walls. So walls can cut geometry between each other. Other than that, mainly you use void objects. You use void objects to cut geometry. You can do it in a family, you can do it in an in-place family, and you can actually do it between in-place families and walls and roofs and floors. And we're going to go over that in the next several CAD clips. So I've just kind of started by showing an example here of what you can do. We start with just a basic wall, which just is a masonry wall. And then what we do is we take this other brick wall and we just basically put it in place with so position it so it's right within this other wall. Then you can use cut geometry to cut this area away from the big wall. And then all we did was a basic edit cut profile to get the round part of that top. Okay, so then we plunk a door in and we have a door with a wall that's embedded in another wall. Okay, from there, what we do is this guy over here is just a void object, and we use cut geometry to cut that void object away from the wall. Similarly with this shape over here, we create a void extrusion and we push it into the wall, and then we say cut geometry, and it basically removes that, creates a hollow space, and it has a hole in the middle, which gives us that kind of centerpiece there. So that is another in-place family. That's a void object, and it's cut from this wall, and this wall is embedded in the big wall. Then the last thing that we did was we took a sweep void and swept it all around the outside edge here of this wall, and then remove that material, and we ended up with this. And we could have done the same thing with this edge around here, or even these edges around here. It doesn't matter. It's really easy to do once you have the geometry there. So what we're going to do is start by working with these two walls here and just cutting geometry. It takes no time. We'll put our door in, and then we'll start to create some in-place void families. So part of this next couple lessons is to create some in-place families. They're going to be void type, not solid extrusions and sweeps. And then together we'll put it together into using the cut geometry. So using in-place families and creating extrusions and blends and sweeps and all that stuff. We've got lots of lessons on in-place families and doing extrusions and sweeps and blends and revolves, because that's really what it comes down to, is you have to be able to create the void geometry through one of the given methods. And then once you've created the void geometry, all you have to do is cut it away from the wall, or as you'll see, we'll do one also with a floor and with a roof as well. So it comes in handy knowing how the cut geometry tools work, as well as how to create some of the in-place solid geometry. That's it. We'll come back and kick it off.